like for us to cover?
No, y'all killed it. It's like you done it before or something.
What's going on, y'all? Taylor here with y'all 106.7. Today we're joined with country music singer-songwriter Walker Montgomery. Welcome in.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we were just talking. I hadn't seen you in a while since we used to.
Since the Midtown days.
Yeah, in our party era.
yeah.
But you're engaged.
I am engaged. Yeah, getting married this year.
Congrats. This year. Mm-hmm. When is the big day?
October.
Yeah.
And but yeah, so we're getting married here in town, and it's gonna be smaller little wedding, but I think we're having like 125 people, and I get 50.
That's still a lot of people.
So, I'm having trouble filling my list, so I think I'm at 38, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to hire people.
Some stand-ins. We'll come. Don't worry. Yeah, it's hard. I feel like to take it all in because the day goes by so fast, and then the more people you invite, you have to talk to everybody and.
I know I'm gonna have to. It's just gonna be like a long meet and greet. I'm just gonna have to be on the whole day.
Not your first rodeo.
Yeah, something like that.
No, for our listeners, you're engaged to Krista, one half of the incredible duo Tiger Lily, her and Kendra. I love them both. I've known them since the Whiskey Row days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
For a while.
Yeah.
Now, how did you guys meet? Tell me about that.
She slid in my DMs. To be honest with you, yeah.
She slid in. Okay.
She did. Well, I tell you, it's long story short. I was in Kansas City. A place called Knuckleheads, playing with my buddy Drew Parker, and these ladies came up to the merch stand, and we just talked for a little bit, and they're like, Tiger Lily Gold, and I said, yeah. I said, tell the tall one I'm in love with her, and I'd never met her before, and about 2 weeks later, I got a DM from Krista saying, so how's Kansas City lately, and it was on from there,
Yeah. So you threw it out there. You knew what you were doing.
I hit on her in like the most indirect way possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you guys are a great match.
Oh yeah.
Both in the music industry, and I've been seeing them post. They're from the Midwest, right?
Yes.
And she says it's a lot like the southern part.
Yeah. They're from North Dakota, and I've been up there. I don't know if I agree with her. It's like the southern part, but it's definitely it's a really cool place. They know how to party up there, that's for sure.
But it's not Kentucky, huh?
It's not Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's not home. Yeah.
Well, congrats. We're very excited. And we were just talking about you're an uncle now, your sister Madison.
Mm-hmm. Yep, little baby Charlotte. And I actually saw her yesterday or 2 days ago. It's I'll tell you what, she's growing like a weed already. I think on my birthday here in February, she'll be 7 months old.
But let's get into you, Walker Montgomery. Your last name, very recognizable, especially here at our station. We play a ton of 90s country.
Good.
John Michael Montgomery, Eddie Montgomery. We actually had Eddie in here recently. Actually, we interviewed him on his bus for the 4th of July show. Yeah, he is a hoot. He's hilarious. That's your uncle, right?
Yeah, he's my uncle. He's Dad's brother. But, Eddie, man, I'll tell you what, God only made one of them.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm stopping at that. But it's no, Eddie's one of a kind, and he's a great uncle. He's a great guy. And been through a lot, just career-wise, life-wise, but he's a strong dude.
Mm-hmm. I almost hear a little bit of him in your vocals when you sing. Have you ever heard that before?
Oh, yeah. It's just, I'd say it's glorified screaming.
Almost more than your dad. I hear Eddie in you a little bit.
Yeah, I can agree with that, especially depending on the songs.
Yeah.
If it's more of a honky-tonk song or something, I can kind of have more of the little grunt and stuff in there. It's but if I need to go a little, if it's a love song or something like that, I can pull out a little bit of John Michael, but definitely live and stuff when I'm into it. I've got a little bit of that Eddie in there sometimes.
Well, speaking of love songs, I Love the Way You Love Me, John Michael Montgomery, your dad. I love your rendition of that song.
Yeah.
It seems like it came out very natural for you. I don't know, what was it like putting your vocal on that song?
It was a little intimidating. I think Dad's one of the best singers of all time, especially when it comes to the love songs and stuff like that. But my career-wise, I kind of just thought it was time, because everybody always asks, when are you going to do one of your dad's songs? We all ever do a song together, all kinds of questions like that. And a couple years ago, I guess it would have been 2024 now, I just thought it was time. And, my career had kind of been a slow slope upward, right, which is good. But then as soon as we released that one, it looked like a big peak in the stock market or something, some just I mean, a huge boom, and the virality of the videos and song wise and stuff like that. So it definitely made a difference. But I was happy to do it, and I didn't tell him that I was recording it.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, until it was done, and as soon as we got the master back, I sent it to him.
Yeah.
He texted me. He goes, "Well, you just opened yourself up to a lot of comparisons," and I was like, "Well, they already do it, Dad. Don't worry."
Yeah, I'm sure that's hard. I'm sure it's like almost a blessing and a curse in a way.
Look,
you know,
I love Dad, and I'm used to it. Right? You know, there's nobody else I want to be compared to.
Absolutely.
You know?
I mean, what an honor, and it's in your blood. You grew up in the peak of '90s country, which is all we play here on our station. I mean, what was it like growing up, just side stage, backstage, watching?
For me growing up, you know, I didn't know anything different, right? So it was it's kind of a thing that you look back at once you get a little bit older, you're like, okay, well, most people didn't get to experience that. But I will say, and I always say this, my parents did a really good job they knew that it was a interesting way to grow up, right? It was the difference, not quote unquote normal. So they did everything that they could to make it normal for us. You know, we lived in Kentucky. I lived in Kentucky until I was 18. So, you know, regular schools. Yeah. We weren't surrounded by other famous people or anything like that. I mean, we would go on tour with Dad, ride on the tour bus and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, they just really did do everything that they could to make it a normal childhood, or as normal as they could. Yeah. You know? So I didn't know anything different. My dad worked on the weekends. Most dads worked during the week.
Did you know from an early age then that this is what you wanted to do, this path of music?
I always loved it, but high school and stuff, I was worried about girls and sports. And
totally.
Like
Yeah,
that,
you kind of lose focus.
Which is shout out to my parents too, because they never pushed music on me. In fact, I think my dad really didn't want me to do it.
It's hard.
Well, yeah, he had just seen what he saw the good and the bad of it, and didn't want his son to go through it. But as soon as I got the bug, it was his dreams for me were screwed, right? But yeah, no, they never pushed it on me. They let me find it on my own, and junior year of high school, I was like, well, I'm not going to the NFL. I'm 6'1" white guy from Kentucky. It ain't happening. Yeah. And but I was like, maybe I can do this country music thing.
Yeah. Well, maybe the NFL. You never say never. Well, yeah. They could come back around.
I don't know. Yeah, I think that time has passed.
Well, speaking of Kentucky, I saw y'all all just got together. Was that your dad's farewell show? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So for as long as I can remember, he said, "I'm retiring when I turn 60. I'm retiring when I turn 60." And lo and behold, he turned 60 last year. So he had his last tour, and his last show was sold out, Rupp Arena in Lexington, Kentucky, which is just the perfect way to close out the career. And we got a banner for him that's hanging in Kentucky, or hanging in Rupp Arena right next to the Judds. And so, Kentucky basketball, that's where they play and stuff. So it's a legendary spot, but yeah, it was a special day. I've not seen Dad tear up a lot, but that was,
that's special.
We got to him a little bit. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about your music, your original music. I was jamming on my way to work. One of my favorites is Nothing Like You Nowhere. Yeah. You released a lot of music last year, Watching Storms Roll In, Never Had You Anyway. Yeah. You were on a roll, huh?
We just try to, people get bored so easily, right? It's the modern age that we live in. It's singles, EPs, still albums and stuff, but we try to do like every 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah. There's something new, and we can push that. We're still pushing the other songs that we've released, but we kind of try to just, I guess, attack from all angles, for lack of better terms. It's we want to. I don't want to just be posting one song at a time. Throughout a week, I want to be promoting a song I released last year and the brand new one, or something from just 3 months ago, right? So it's we just try to keep the content and the songs consistent, throughout the year. Yeah.
And that's such a good point. There's so much just music and Instagram. People just scroll so fast. It's like it's hard to really get someone to commit to listening to a full album these days. I mean, I still do it. There's nothing like when an artist that you love puts out an album and you just get the listening bug. But I also love Bad Day to Be a Beer. Oh, yeah. That was from what, 2020? Yeah, but you still post about it on your social sometimes.
That was probably about 20 pounds ago for me. But yeah, no, that's always been a fun, summertime song, and it's definitely from a different era, but it's still fun to play, and people, I see people always sing along to it. Mm-hmm. You put beer in any song,
and people love it. Yeah, absolutely. That's country music for you. So what about 2026? Are we still on the 6 to 8 week music plan? What can we look forward to?
Yeah, trying to. We've got some really fun things kind of in the works, just like Nashville industry wise. Mm-hmm. Should have a song coming out here in the next month or two, probably in March, I would assume, late March. But definitely trying to just keep the consistency going. Mm-hmm. We're doing shows with Cody Johnson. We're doing my own tour called the Saving the Honky Tonks Tour. We're going, I think, 12 shows from Texas to Kentucky, Ohio, trying to go all around, right? So we've got music coming out, shows for the whole yearbook. So it's going to be fun.
That's awesome. And not booking any shows the weekend of your wedding now. Are you writing writing a wedding song?
I'm not writing one. I mean, if one falls out, that's great. But we've got one in the tank that is actually a cover from a guy named James Bonamy that I went in and recorded, and it's Krista and I's like song, right?
Okay. Are y'all both have vocals on it?
No. But
we'd love to hear that someday.
It's definitely. Oh, we'll get it to you. Don't worry. But it's definitely going to be a special thing. It's going to be not me singing. It's his version of him singing is going to be our first dance song and stuff like that. So that'll kind of be the wedding tribute thing. Yeah.
That's special. You were recently was it the $1 Million Cowboy Bar? I want to go there.
Oh, it's the best bar in America.
Was it awesome?
Yep. Yeah. We that was a fun day because we about halfway through the show we got the promoter was on the side stage and he got my attention, which is usually not a good thing, but this time it was. He was like, "Hey man, you just sold it out," So we get our poster on the wall and stuff like that in there.
That's great.
It's yeah, man. I'll tell you what, $1 Million Cowboy, Jackson Hole, just in general, it's you might have to take out a small personal loan to go there. I think I almost did, but it was it's a special place. It really is. Yeah,
that's cool. Well, special places, I got to touch on Kentucky. We're our studio is sponsored by the Mint Gaming Hall.
Yep.
You have a personal relationship there.
Yeah, my buddy Winchell, let's just say heavily involved in it. But we actually, I'll tell you what, it's a funny story. We actually just took my, I guess what you would call them, my future grandmother-in-law.
Yeah.
Krista's grandma. She loves the casinos and stuff like that. They're out in Montana. But they were here for Christmas, so we went up there, and the guys kind of stayed at the Circus Sports Book and, watched football all day, and her grandma was running around hitting the slots and stuff like that. But I'll tell you what, the Mint is a really cool place, and it's good for Kentucky, great for the Kentucky economy. They've got the little horse track there. They got the sports book. They got the casino there. So I'm happy that and it's obviously doing well, so I'm happy for that.
That's great. Shout out Mint Gaming Hall.
Come on.
Now, I remember you were a car guy. You used to love your cars.
Yeah, I still do, yeah.
Yeah, any projects? We working on any cars? What's happening?
Yeah, it's a sickness. I've got my daily driver thing that I've got. I'm not driving it right now. It's up in Kentucky, but I've got a 1963 Thunderbird. Bullet Bird is what they call it. That's my fun car, kind of drive around it. It's not worth that much, right? And but my project car is a 1971 Rolls Royce that you hear Rolls Royce and you think luxury, and it will be, but it's in 1,000 pieces in my garage right now. So we're redoing that basically from the ground up. It'd been sitting in a field for however many years, but got the engine running on it. It's so much different working on it than an American car. But yeah, it's gonna be special, and I can't really, Krista and I, I'm sure, are gonna have kiddos at some point, right?
Yeah.
So the T-Bird, I can't really drive them around in. It's a 2-door, but that that Rolls Royce is a 4-door, so I'll be able to drive the kids around in that.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
And they'll love growing up, like working on that stuff with
it's
you.
gonna be fun.
Who got you into cars? How did you learn how to do all that?
I have a buddy named David Trapp, and he is a English car, especially aficionado. Right? It's he's just a mechanical genius. You know, he works on airplanes, works on any kind of car that he can get his hands on. And but the Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Ferraris, stuff like that is really where his mind is, and he just kind of I love the Rolls Royces. I wasn't really into the Ferraris and all that stuff. It's never been my style. But I fell in love with the Rolls Royces and the Bentleys and stuff like that. So as soon as I could get my hands on one, I found. I mean, they're. The good ones are expensive, but the one I found, I was like, well, I can afford this one.
Yeah, I can build that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Our program director, he's obsessed with cars too. Big Corvette guy. Mm-hmm. It's like his baby. So men love their cars.
Oh, yeah. It's just, it's fun. It's a great way to get away from music.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest with you. Yeah.
So what is the best way to keep up with you? Instagram?
Yeah, I'd say Instagram, TikTok is probably the two best ways. Just Walker Montgomery on there. If you're a website person still, www.walkermontgomery.com, and check out the tour, Saving the Honky Tonks tour. We're going, I guarantee you we're coming near you. So it's that's probably the main thing right now.
All right. Well, we can't wait to make it out to a show.
Love it.
We need our invite. Walker Montgomery, y'all.